Welcome to Little Angel Service Dogs in Bartlett, New Hampshire. We're so excited to have you visiting our ranch. In order to ensure both your safety and our staff's, we have some new protocols to make sure that this visit remains contactless. We want to go over these before you get to the ranch. As you're approaching our property, you'll see two entrances. If you're heading north, you want to take the second entrance next to the very large Little Angel sign. This will ensure that you're pulling in right near our main office. As you head into the property, you'll see our trainers waiting for you by the main entrance of the office. You'll also see a very happy dog waiting in a crate for you. Please remember that although you are very excited about this, the dog doesn't actually know who you are, and this can be a little overwhelming for them. So we want to try to remain calm, cool, and collected while you're interacting with the dog for the first time. Rest assured they will be very excited once they get to know you. Your trainer does have to stay at least 10 feet away from you at all times, but they'll be there through the whole interaction to help you out if needed. When you're going up to your dog in the crate, you want to make sure that you put the chain in a P, have treats ready, and you're going to tell your dog, out, sit, watch me. Your first instinct, of course, is going to be to want to wrap the dog up and love on them, give them kisses, be right down in their face. But again, remember, this dog does not know you, and that can be very intimidating to them. So we want to take it very slow and start by giving them some very easy commands. As you can see in this video, once you take the dog out of the crate, it's best to just start with some basic watch me's. Getting the dog to make eye contact with you, giving them lots of treats, and making them realize that you're a fun person to be around. Once the dog is starting to perform for you, then you can add in even more commands like sits, down, stays, and even comes. And the more commands you do with your dog, the quicker they're going to warm up to you. This is the point that you can start showing them a little bit of affection. You can scratch them under the chin, pet their side. We just want to try to avoid coming directly over the top of them and scratching the top of their head. This can be a little intimidating for a dog that is brand new to someone. After you've worked with your dog for a little bit, your trainer is going to show you where you can take the dog to let them relieve themselves. Now remember, when we have a dog go to the bathroom, our command is going to be go potty. We are pretty strict about this because we want the dogs to always go to the bathroom on command. This is really important when we have a dog out in public. So your role when your dog is going to the bathroom is to stand totally still, give the dog the entire length of the leash, and let them walk around you in a circle while you say go potty. This gives them about 6 feet around you to go to the bathroom, but not anymore. And in this way, we are controlling where the dog goes and letting them know that they can only go in a certain area. Keep in mind that we by no means expect you to be perfect with any of these commands. Learning to communicate with your dog is like learning an entire new language, and there's a lot of work that has to go into it. Our goal during this very short training period is simply to make sure you're confident enough to get your dog home, at which point we will start our daily lessons so that you can perfect each command. Now luckily we have a lot of open space on the ranch, which allows us to safely practice our commands for a little bit before you head out with your new dog. While remaining a safe distance away, your trainer will help you run through each of the basic obedience commands very quickly, while putting a little more emphasis on the heel command. The heel command is our command to get the dog to walk nicely right next to you, and it's very likely the command that you'll use the most getting your new dog home. So for this reason, we'll want our trainers to put a little extra time making sure that you know how to do this and how to work with the dog if they're not doing it well. We will say this a lot, but don't ever feel pressure to be perfect, especially when you're with the trainers. Dog training is something that's very difficult and doesn't just come naturally. It takes a lot of hard work to be able to communicate well with your dog. So do not worry about messing up your dog, messing up commands, or doing something wrong. In fact, if you're going to struggle with something, we would rather you struggle while you're there with us in person, so it's easier for us to help you fix it. And of course, we're going to have daily virtual lessons every single day so that we can continue working on any issues that pop up. Remember that dogs are not robots. They're animals, and just like us, they have their off days, they have their quirks. They're real live animals that we have to learn to work through with them. After you've worked in the field with our trainer for a while, and both you and the trainer feel confident to head out, you'll get ready to load your dog up in the car and then load up any supplies that we're giving you as well. It's really important that whenever you load your dog up in the car, they're always tied down. It's for both your safety and the dog's safety. They should always have some sort of tether. So as you're approaching your vehicle, you need to tell your dog to sit and wait, then open the door. Then you'll use a treat to guide the dog in, and you'll say, "Inside." Once the dog is in your vehicle, you'll put them into a down, and you'll clip on the tether to their flat collar. At that point, you'll then tell them to wait. We never want to tell the dog stay in the car because we have no way of reinforcing that. At this point, you should be ready to head out and get on home. Alright everyone, we hope that video gave you a good idea of what it's going to look like when you come to pick your dog up. Of course, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Spencer. We will be happy to talk you through it. Like the video said, we're going to be waiting for you. We're going to be there to help you. We have to stay a little bit away, but we will of course be there. And we are very much looking forward to having you here. So get excited, try not to be too nervous, and we are looking forward to seeing you at the ranch.